squeezing your hands together. So I'm going to give you the opportunity because Mr. Platt's going to tell the story. If there is something you need to share with your husband, this is the time to do it.
There is. The night that you come home from the trip and the guy told you that I was under a blanket with a guy. Yes, that's true. I was under a blanket with a guy. But nothing took place under that blanket. It was cold. You know how cold it was when you left. I'm sorry. I should have just been up front with you when. But I knew it would have just went from there to there to there.
And that's where it went. That's where it went. In my book, that's where it went.
That's not what it was.
What was we doing under the blanket with another guy? That ain't where it went.
All right. Mr. Platt, you conducted a polygraph examination of Ms. Smith. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you asked Mrs. Smith, did you have physical sexual contact with that man under the blanket? What was her response?
She stated no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was being truthful.
You almost fell out. Are you okay? Okay.
I know it's a lot of weight lifted off her shoulders, but it's a lot off mine too.
Do you feel like there's a glimmer of hope?
Yes, ma'am. There's always going to be a glimmer of hope.
All right.
You know.
We have another question.
We have one more question. You asked Miss Smith, other than the one man your husband knows about, have you had physical sexual contact with anyone other than your husband? What was her response to that question? Your Honor, she stated no. What did the lie detector determine? The lie detector determined that she was telling the truth.
Let me just say this. You all need to establish boundaries. What's acceptable and what isn't. My son, he texted me not long before we came out here, and he sent me something. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to write this down because somebody's going to need it today. And it was, explain your anger instead of expressing it, and you will find solutions instead of arguments. I think that's brilliant. That's brilliant. So when you're upset, instead of just going off the deep end, take that deep breath and say, okay, why am I having this? Does this make sense? How am I going to approach my partner about it? Instead of like, and leaving her bleeding or vice versa, you leave him bleeding. That's how you move the ball forward.
Communication.
Real communication, because you communicate when you're yelling and screaming at each other, but that's not the kind you